Tim Swauger is the International Director for Equip India, and that's just one of the many organizations that Johnny works with across the world to be the hands and feet in the country, because somebody's got to organize this in the country. Mm-hmm. And Tim, welcome to the morning show again, man.
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, you're only like 20 minutes late, but, it's okay.
Oh, no.
You're working on India time, aren't you, man?
Yeah, as I said, I'm the international director, not the internationally, I don't have the international times in the back of my head when I work.
See,
but.
Yeah.
Okay, we are live, by the way. Tim is you're in Hubli, India.
Hubli, India, yeah, that's right. 5 o'clock in the evening here in Hubli.
Yep.
So you're winding down while we're winding our day up here.
That's right.
So Tim, we're collecting these wheelchairs. We've been a number of times, to see you. One of those was a Wheels for the World trip. What does this mean? Okay, now we're collecting these wheelchairs. Put a personal, touch on this thing. I mean, when Johnny, you got a team coming in another week that's going to be doing another wheelchair drive in Hubli, and what does this mean to these people?
There's several factors that really touch people. The first thing is the quality of the wheelchairs. In India, you can get pretty decent wheelchairs, but you have to pay a pretty price for them, and most people can't afford those wheelchairs. So the wheelchairs that they get, even though they're refurbished, they really are top quality wheelchairs that we get over here from Johnny and Friends. So people are impressed that they're getting these for free, and we're talking about folks that their annual income might be about $250, $300 a year. So that wheelchair itself is as much as what they'd earn in an annual income. So we get comments all the time from people saying, "I just cannot believe you're giving me this wheelchair that is just such good quality." Mm-hmm. And then the second thing, of course, and I think the most important thing, is the personal interaction between the person that's fitting the wheelchair from the Wheels for the World team and the recipient and their families. I mean, in India, that patient care that we enjoy back in the U.S. is just not really here. I don't know for what reason it's not the case here as much. But when folks, medical professionals oftentimes are dealing with poor people, you don't have that high-quality patient care that we enjoy back in the States. So when they have people coming from all the way from the United States, thousands of miles away, to come and just give them a donated wheelchair, a free wheelchair, and they provide half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour of fitting that wheelchair to that person, giving that undivided individual attention, it really, really touches people. And these two things set up that person to want to know why this care has been given and why this wheelchair has been given. So in the final phase of that distribution, as they go through the various aspects of it, we have a counseling table, and those folks are counseled, basically told, hey, there's a reason behind all this, and the reason is the love of Jesus Christ and the fact that Christ has inspired those that have given the wheelchairs. Christ has inspired those that have donated these wheelchairs to reach out to you as a person, because we value you, God values you, and so that is really, really touching. My wife Aruna, who is regularly involved in the counseling side, has said that she comes back with so many different testimonies from people who had just said they're so touched by that, not only the wheelchair, but by the love and care that's given through that wheelchair.
Tim, where are these people coming from, religiously speaking? When they start hearing about this Jesus, they've probably heard of him before, but where are they coming? Where do they come to you from a spiritual standpoint?
Well, Denny, 90% or 80% of Indians are from a Hindu background. And then about 10 to 12% are from Muslim backgrounds. So all of the people, very rarely do we deal with folks that are from Christian backgrounds. So most all of them come from either a Hindu belief, which is a very much either philosophical or a idolatrous belief system, or the Muslim belief system, which of course believes that Allah is God and all that's there in Islam. So very rarely do we have people or have contact with people that come from a Christian background.
Mm-hmm. that must be a pretty tough nut to crack, so to speak, when you're trying to reach these folks with something that is so foreign to their way of thinking.
Well, because it's foreign, it's actually an advantage because people don't expect this coming from another religion. Okay, they don't expect this love and concern coming from another religion. They might be able to expect it among those from their own religion, but not from another religion. And so it's a pleasant surprise for them to be able to interact with people from the true believing Christians from a Christian background who are showing so much love and concern in spite of the fact that they come from another religion.
We're talking to International Director for Equip India, Tim Swauger, this morning. Tim, you're a local boy in our area, right? From the Jamestown area?
That's right,
Yep.
And I expect a lot of people from the Jamestown area to give on Friday when you receive the donations.
Well, Tim, I'm picking... Okay, go ahead.
In fact, Sam's Club is right down the road from my sister Debbie Swauger's place,
So
who lives
say hi to
on
Debbie.
Houston Avenue, and Zion Covenant Church, where we go to speak regularly. So I'm expecting Debbie as well as Zion Covenant people to be giving, whether it be in cash or in kind, to this work.
It's fun. It's fun listening to you talk, Tim, because you may be from Jamestown, but you have an Indian cadence to your voice. You picking up on that?
Well, he's married to Aruna.
Right. So you are married to the country as well.
Well,
Yeah. I lose it after I'm there for about 3-4 days. But you guys have that Buffalonian accent, which is not so handsome itself. So.
Okay, all right.
what you talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe come over there.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
That's right.
Tim, your organization, Equip India, we've been over a number of times to help you out. The last one was about 6 months ago. Family Life brought a team over to help Equip India in the building project. Your 10th anniversary of Equip India is coming up here. That's part of the wheelchair drive, and this is a whole disability center. So you guys are really in there ministering to the disabled, and, we've talked on the air about this before. So if anybody knows the situation in India, it would be somebody like Tim. Tim, it's amazing the work that you and your team have done. Of course, God working through you guys.
Amen.
But we're just we're excited on this end, from that one person that's going to bring a wheelchair today to the other end when it gets delivered to you guys to be able to hand out and make that impact. The whole process, we all get to be part of it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, this Wheels for the Road program, I mean, when you're over here on the receiving end of all these different aid programs in the U.S., you get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'll tell you, the Johnny and Friends program, at least the way that we implement it in India, we've seen really nothing but good coming from this Wheels for the World program. It's such a privilege to be a part of it. And people here receive a wheelchair just as if, you won a new car or something like that, although they receive it as a gift from God. And so this really is a miracle in their lives, and that too, a miracle in the life of a person that doesn't know Jesus Christ. So it really is a neat, it's only a once-a-year thing for us. We do it, we spend about a week on distributing about 200 wheelchairs. We've had a gentleman by name Gene Newman who's come out year after year. In fact, he helped lead the FLN team that came when Johnny came out to India in 2004. So it's just been a privilege to be a part of it. And I'll tell you, folks that are on the giving end, on the front end where you guys are, can be assured that this is really a good program that's benefiting people, and that really is a valuable program.
Yeah, and if you don't have a wheelchair, you can at least do it financially and help, and we'll have a collection box there throughout the week as well, taking donations. It costs about $100 a chair, I believe, to get it overseas. So, but it's not just India. I mean, these things are, I saw on the website, places like El Salvador and China, and they're all over the world they're sending these chairs to. But, Tim, thanks for, spending the time with us this morning.
Appreciate it, John and Denny. Appreciate it, and thank you so much for all your support. And John, we love you here. How many times you've been out here? These guys just have fallen in love with John and with the folks from the Bath area. That's for sure.
It's going to be hard not being there for the anniversary next week, man. But it was fun being a part. How's the playground that we built, man? How's that going?
Hey, we're going to have Dale Peterson, who's from the Sherman area, now living in Jamestown.
Yeah.
We're going to have him working on painting it. He and his daughter Hannah, they're out here right now. So once it gets painted up, kids are going to love it. They already do. My daughter Megan just wants to go out to the site just to play on the play set. So.
Wait a minute.
That's great.
As well as all of our staff kids. They just want to go out there and play on the play set, and mom and dad have to do all the cleanup and all inside. So.
Tim, thank you, man. All right, and God bless your efforts there in India. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, guys.